and gentlemen, please welcome Tom Taylor!
All right. Yeah, Tom Taylor's here. Hey, guys. All right. Hey. Thanks, pal. It's good to be here. Good to be here. You know, things are going well for me at the moment. I'm in Liverpool tonight. I've just come from doing some work in Holland and Barrett. Work there full time, and then on the evenings I'm a stand-up comedy die-in, and it's going well. It's going well. Great to be at Hot Water. Great lineup tonight. You know, all the acts on the bill. They've all recorded stuff like TV, radio, film. Last week, British Gas recorded one of my calls for training purposes. So I'm right up there with the big boys. Recently, I was described as one to watch by the Metropolitan Police. Just love traffic cones. But let's begin. Hear the music. Chest, chest, chest and chest, chest and chest. Chest, chest, chest and chest, chest and chest and chest and chest. And chest and chest. Chest, chest, chest and chest, chest and chest. Oh, yeah. All right, not everyone, tough crowd. That, of course, not an original. That was a cover. A cover of Head, Shoulders, Knees and Toes, sung by a T-Rex. They've got little arms, haven't they? So it's all in there. It's all in the chest. We're off. Let's go, Peloton. That's that was the first proper joke. Yes, we might have time for one more. So we're halfway. So before I go, I thought I would leave you with another cover. I've never really understood music, but when I walked past the music shop window and saw this saxophone, I was like, I've got to get that. But I've reliably been informed that it is piano. I've known that for some weeks now. It's been an absolute godsend during lockdown. Really have enjoyed having a little tinkle on the old piano, although it does make the keys slippy. But this one is another cover. Beep beep, beep beep. Beep beep, beep beep, beep beep, beep beep, beep beep, beep beep. This vehicle is reversing to deliver your groceries. So that was one of Van Morrison's. All right. Yes. 2 claps. That was what that deserved. It's catching a fly. This fly spray is not working. I'm still having to walk everywhere. But yeah. But sorry. Sorry, I had to beep out all the swearing. It wasn't an articulated lorry. So, just slipped in another joke there, just to test the waters, and the waters are shallow. But you do a lot of driving in this job. I always drive at exactly the speed limit, which can be very dangerous in heavy traffic. With enough revs and determination, any restaurant is a drive-through. It's Bella Italia to go. If you hold a pasta shell next to your ear, you can hear a pan of boiling water. But yeah, do a lot of driving. My last car actually had cruise control, which I managed to use once before it sank. If you come across a fork in the road, you have run over a picnic. That's just absolutely phenomenal cackle. Love it. Just, I only need to find 2 more of you who can stage Macbeth. Brilliant. But I like traveling. I obviously like coming to Liverpool, and as I said, love coming to this club. Great to be in a basement space. Feels very much like the sort of room that comedy would be in if it were made illegal. Forced into the Nazis won't find us here. Hitler spent 3 months in a bunker. Just how bad at golf was he? That's pretty bad. That's not a natural athlete. I like traveling though. I remember childhood holidays as a kid. I remember my dad used to have this big map of the world on the notice board in the kitchen, and he would throw a dart at the map, and wherever the dart landed, that's where we would go on our family holiday that year, which is a really lovely idea. Rubbish darts player for 5 years went on holiday to the sink. Must say the weather not as nice as the oven. But I don't want to give you the wrong idea about my upbringing. Sort of bourgeois, all-inclusive family holidays to the oven. My childhood wasn't like that at all. I was actually raised by a single father and a single mother working together in a marriage. I was lucky enough to have two parents that I know of. It doesn't make sense. Two parents, non-identical. My dad was actually a foster parent, whereas my mum always preferred Carlsberg. That's the second joke. It's downhill from here. I don't live with my parents anymore. I live with my girlfriend now, which is going well. I know it's going well because she sometimes asks me questions, and sometimes they're quite important ones as well. The other day, she asked me whether I would take a bullet for her. And she was like, "Would you take a bullet for me, Tom?" And I don't know where she's from, but she was like, "Would you take a bullet for me, Tom?" And obviously, I said yes, but the security staff in Ann Summers were very, very vigilant, so I had to give it back. It's naughty, that one. Possibly the wrong vibe for this room. It's quite a bit of buzz with her. But she wants to get a dog at the moment, does Sophie. Going on about it all the time. Very needy about getting a dog. I think she's so needy because she's the youngest of 3. My other 2 girlfriends are both older. So I've had more time to acquire pets, I guess. But I'll never forget the advice my grandfather gave me, which was give a man a dog and he will be happy for a day. Teach a man to dog. Don't remember what he said after that. Can't smell weird. There are thousands of signs in Braille all over the world, but not one for do not touch. Yeah, amazing guy. I I visit my gran every Sunday as well, which is nice. You know, it's nice to see her because she's old now, really old, which is worrying because death runs in our family. And she's sort of losing it a bit mentally, and when she looks at me, she's still convinced I'm 6 years old, which is kind of sweet, but I wish we had separate bath times. I do take all of this on face value. I take her to church every Sunday. That's sort of my job as a sort of dutiful grandson, and I've really enjoyed it. You know, I've really enjoyed going back to church. I was raised C of E. I very rarely went Church of Egypt. Very inconvenient. Well, I've really enjoyed going back with my gran. You know, I love the sense of community, and I love the hymns. You know, the hymns are bangers. You know? Shine, Jesus, shine. Fill this land with the Father's glory. Blaze, Spirit, blaze. Set our hearts on fire. Love it. I mean, once you feel the Spirit, you've got to move. I mean, 120 of you did not want to, but I did my best. Love it. Love the hymns. You know, the hymns are classics. The hymns gave us the Christmas carols, very much the best album by the hymns. But I'm not such a fan of the songs. So the hymns, classics, played on the organ. The songs are where the vicar brings out a semi-acoustic guitar and a tambourine and is momentarily possessed by the devil. And they'll sing like very twee poems in an overly earnest style, sort of, when the Lord shuts a door, he opens a window, which is just basic bathroom etiquette from the Lord. And they all sound like that, you know. 2 sets of footprints in the sand, mine and Jesus. Then there was 1 set of footprints in the sand. Jesus has been swallowed by quicksand. Swallowed by quicksand. He can walk on water, but he struggles on sand. Quicksand. Judas Iscariot, won't you lend him a hand? Quicksand. No, okay. Oh, I'm with you guys. With you guys. It's oxygen. If I'm totally honest, I mainly go to church for the red wine sandwiches. I love the red wine sandwiches. I haven't found anyone else that does them. The bread, of course, in the red wine sandwich is the body of Christ, and if you look at the size and shape of those communion wafers, I mean, there's only one possible body part, you know, that could like be a cross section, you know, like a cross section of thinly sliced Willy of Christ at Holy Communion. Willy of Christ, tasty. Not everyone goes for the Willy of Christ routine. You've got to remember. You can't give offence. You can only take offence, which is how I lost my job at the garden centre. Hello, Whimsy, my old friend. But I had a lot of different jobs before doing this, which is stand-up comedy, just for clarification. Sometimes people aren't sure. But people often say it's very brave doing stand-up. You know, people often come up to me after shows and they say, oh, we think it's very brave doing what you do. You know, I don't think it's particularly brave, you know. It's only brave if you're doing badly. If you're doing well, it's the easiest thing in the world. And they'll say, well, we think you're very brave. But I was doing some gigs in Glasgow last week, very rowdy gig, much like tonight. And there was a large hen group in, and one of the hens actually threw some underwear at me, and whilst I was on stage, and that really made an impact, because it was a snooker ball in a sock. Very brave, very brave. It's interesting, the different jobs that you sort of end up doing. I went to a new school. I was age 6, and I remember the teacher went around the class and asked everyone in the class what they wanted to be when they grew up. And all the boys in the class gave like really manly answers, like I want to be like a policeman or a fireman or a stunt man. Man. It was just all really manly. And genuinely, age 6, I wanted nothing more in the world than to be a ladybird. That's all I wanted to be. I just loved ladybirds and reading. And so when the teacher came round to me, in order to try and fit in with a new class, I said, when I grow up, I want to be a lady boy. Was asked to stay behind. When I was 6 or 7 years old, I had hiccups. So because he was a caring man, my father, he came up with a plan to cure my hiccups. My father's plan to cure my hiccups was to surprise me. He said, your sister's your real mum. Stressful. Really stressful. Wouldn't even tell me whether it was my younger or older sister. Still don't know. So, there we go. We've come to the end of our contractually agreed time with one another. I suppose that all that's left to do now is just to observe a 1-minute silence for everybody I lost during the course of my set. You've been a lot of fun. Thank you so much for coming out. I've been Tom Taylor. That's Hey Tom Taylor on Instagram, which is Taylor, which is an unusual spelling of Tom. And then Taylor as it sounds. But really enjoy the rest of your week. See you again sometime. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Taylor!